Good morning, bitch. It's your Judy on duty, Lonnie Bee, and I am preparing for my second virtual show, The Greatest Gift of All. That's right, girl. Yes, the pandemic can't hold us back, and since you can't come to the stage will be coming to you on Christmas Eve, December the 24th, 7 p.m. Your Judy on duty will be in your living room, in your car, in your bedroom, wherever you at with your device, bitch, because the gift will be unwrapped. So get your Christmas cookies and bring Santa and Rudolph, girl, because this is a show that you don't want to miss. Tickets are available at www.LonnieBeeYourJudy.com. Get yours today because tickets are limited. I got a gift for you, and we are going to unwrap it together with all my good girlfriends, homeboys, haters, pickaboo bitches, nieces, and nephews on Christmas Eve, girl. Get your tickets today because the gift will be amazing. See you there. Yes, it's your Judy on duty, Lonnie Bee. And guess what? You can get special birthday shout-outs, anniversary shout-outs, uplifting messages from your Judy on duty, Lonnie Bee. All you have to do is go to cameo.com/IamLonnieB and I can be available for you today. You want them to get a birthday shout-out from your Judy? Girl, I got you. You want me to give a motivational speech for somebody? Girl, I got you. Go to cameo.com/IamLonnieB today and your Judy on duty will be there. Like Michael Jackson, girl, I will be there. Good morning, bitch. Shit just got real. On the next episode of A Virtual Conversation with Lonnie Bee, I'm sitting down with the original queen of comedy, the Oscar award-winning, my auntie bitch, Monique. You heard what the fuck I said. Make way, my aunt is coming through. Monique, yes. On this Saturday, November the 28th, 2020, at 10:30 Eastern Time, I'm having a virtual conversation with the legendary Monique. Yes, you can view it on Facebook at Lonnie Bee, YouTube at Chat with Lonnie, Periscope at I Am Lonnie Bee, and also on the Facebook group at Lonnie Bee's Good Girlfriends. You don't want to miss this conversation because this is one that you want to be a witness to live. See you there. Okay, I'm the only hype bitch. All right, hold on now. Okay, I'm excited. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let no bitch upset you today. Yo, for real, girl. Okay, I am excited. My heart done skipped a couple of beats. Bitch, I think I ate too much Thanksgiving food. I fucked them double eggs up. Look, air condition. It's a lot going on right now, okay? Because royalty, bitch. Royalty just stepped in the hood. Royalty just stepped in the hood, okay? Now, let me let y'all know something right now. First of all, I'm so appreciative of this moment right now, okay? I am so appreciative of this moment right now. And I know y'all are too. And I know y'all are. And if you're not, bitch, fuck you, okay? Because this is exciting to me. This is very exciting to me, okay? From stand-up, bitch, okay, to sitcom.
okay, to movies, okay, to Vegas, okay, to Oscars. Bitch, okay, hold the fuck up, all right? My aunt is in the building, okay? My aunt is in the building. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to move the fuck on. Okay, I am. Don't rush me. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to move the fuck on. But I'm so appreciative because when you get the opportunity to have a conversation with someone that you admire and open doors for you, because made me feel that this is possible to say what the fuck you want to say, gay man. Hey, good that shit, yeah. Thank you. You said watch it blow. It made me feel possible, all right? And she is here today. Sit down talking to me, the little gay boy from DC Southeast. Yes, okay? Oh, Can't leave out the backbone. Okay, can't leave out the backbone. Uncle Sid is here too, bitch. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. We're gonna have a conversation. All right? Without further ado, y'all put your hands together for the one and only Oscar award-winning queen of comedy, back with her husband too, Monique and Uncle Sid.
Hey, baby. You are everything. You are everything. God damn it. You are everything. Shit. Listen, you bitch, you got to introduce me the next goddamn time, okay? Shit, I was like, let me meet this bitch. Bring this bitch up. Okay, I love it. Oh, we love you, baby.
Thank y'all so much for being here. Look at y'all. Yeah. Jesus, look at
It was amazing. Lonnie, you're starting to break up.
Okay.
Now that just came in. That okay came in real good.
Okay. Am I good now?
Say it again.
Am I good now?
In and out.
It's in and out.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Right, hold on. Everybody calm. How about that?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yes.
How would y'all think?
It's doing it again, Lonnie. Shit, it's doing it.
What the fuck? See, you know, I skipped you. Am I good?
It's picking up like the first two words and then it shuts down on like the third.
What about that?
Yeah, that's good. If you lean in and stay just like that, don't move the whole goddamn time. We good.
Okay.
Right there.
So how Thanksgiving?
It was awesome, baby. You know, we was just together. So it was, but we do that every day. So even though, you know, on that day it's we cook up a whole bunch of shit, but we have Thanksgiving every day.
Oh, okay.
Us. Okay.
So how do you maintain the team?
It's doing it, Lonnie. I can't make out what you're saying.
That's the devil. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Okay, now sit back just a little bit.
Okay.
Now stay your ass right there.
All right.
Okay.
How you maintain this quarantine?
You know, we are homebody people. We enjoy being home. So it didn't affect us in that way. Like we didn't get cabin fever or we didn't get, I gotta get out because we like being home. So when they said lockdown, we was like, well, we've been locked down. Shit. Okay. So it didn't really affect us that way.
Oh. So, Auntie, I want to ask you more about your career and how you do what it is that you do well.
Did I do what?
So well.
That you do well.
Okay. Now I want you to understand something too. I already got my hearing is getting a little different because Auntie getting older. Okay, so with the shit slipping and I gotta keep saying what you say. Okay, so
So what was the groundbreaking moment when you said to yourself, bitch, I have arrived?
You know, I think that moment for me, Lonnie, was when I walked away from MCI. That was the moment when I had no idea where the next bill was where the money was coming from for the next bill, the rent. I had a baby, going through a divorce. So the moment I said, you know what, this is going to be it for me because I'm going to go for it. That was the moment for me. And some people think the moment is when you get the big check or the telephone call, or that moment for me was walking out of there, getting my Ford Festiva saying, okay, bitch, it's either sink or swim. You got to go. That was the moment.
They say echo. Hold on, let me do my thing. Am I better?
That sounded good.
That sound good.
Am I better?
Oh, he's asking the babies.
Okay. Why is it? Should I move? Okay. Everybody calm down. I'm nervous. Okay. Auntie, give me just okay.
Baby, that's all right. Technical difficulties, that's all right.
Okay.
Good morning, bitch. It's me, Lonnie Bee, the gay one. Air condition. You see it, watch it blow, girl. Yes, I'm here to tell you about my online store, the Good Good Girlfriend Corner Store, bitch. You can get all of your merchandise at the Good Good Girlfriend Corner Store, okay? Bitch, we got masks, we got air condition. You see it, girl, go cop it, bitch, okay? We got everything that you need at the Good Good Girlfriend Corner Store. We get new items every month. I want you to check it out, bitch. Go now before the shit go quick. Seriously.
Okay, what about
now? It's dropping up like by the third or fourth word.
We're going to roll with it, though.
Yeah, baby, we're going to make it work.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? The Lord don't hand you all right, hold on. I'm moving. Still echoing?
That was really good right there.
Okay. All right. Okay. My good girl. Okay, girl. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, what the fuck? Okay. Have there ever been a time in your career when you was extremely nervous?
Yes, every time. There's never been a time when I'm getting ready to walk on that stage that I don't have those nervous butterflies, baby. There's never been a time when they say, ladies and gentlemen, Monique, it's like, oh shit. But it's not that fearful nervous. It's that you hear. So I get the same feeling from the first time they called me up on stage at Burke's to when they call me up on stage now. It's still that feeling of you hear. Let's go. Yeah.
You still feel like that now?
Yes. Wow. Yes.
I'm like that too.
Yes. I met this beautiful sister. I'm sure y'all may have heard of her. Her name is Allison Williams, right? And years ago, there was a club called Diamonds and Pearls in Atlanta. And she was performing there. And I was the comedian on the show. So I'm backstage and I see her pacing. And I'm like, wow, you still get nervous? She said, when you stop, get out of the business. Because now you're taking those people for granted. I never forgot that. I never forgot that. So I welcome that feeling.
What do you feel your biggest accomplishment was?
My biggest accomplishment in my career? All of it. It's unfair for me to put more weight on one than the other because when you're a little fat black girl from Baltimore, Maryland, who said one day. Well, those one days are still happening. I'm still in those one days. So there's not one that outweighs the other for me. It is all valued the same.
Is it still echoing in my head?
It's not echoing to us, baby. It's still, we picking up what you're saying because we listening in real good.
Right. Okay. Hold on, let me try.
Baby, I thought some shit just popped.
It's a lot going on. I'm trying. You know, my little girl is just trying to help me get out.
This is the part, y'all, that y'all get to see where we can't go to commercial break. We right in the shit. This is the break.
I'm gonna try to do this right here. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get some headphones.
Let's get ready to work.
Hold on.
Auntie.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes. I told you it was getting ready to work.
Do it sound better, girlfriend? Okay. All right. They saying it's still echoing. Y'all sure? Okay. Is it sound good? Let me know if it sounds good, y'all.
It sounds better to us.
Okay, so you can understand me.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's just go on with it, okay?
Let's go.
That's that vulnerable coming out of my heart. Okay. What's some of those beautiful moments that you have experienced as a comedian?
Wow. I think one of the greatest moments I've experienced was when I met Richard Pryor.
I wish I could have met him.
Oh, baby. And this was when the disease had really had him, right? And we were at the Kings of Comedy premiere. And he's sitting over in a wheelchair and someone says, "Hey, Richard Pryor wants to see you." Well, I'm blown away because Richard Pryor wants to see me, okay? So when I go over to him, he grabs my hand and pulls me down. And he says in my ear, "Don't you ever change." Well, that right there for me, Lonnie, sealed the goddamn deal. Ain't shit nobody can say to me because one of the greatest, if not the greatest to ever do it, said to me, "Don't you ever change." So I think as a comedian, to get that blessing, that was the greatest moment as a comedian from another comedian for me.
I wish I would have met him, but it's okay because you know Richard Pryor. Do you mind sharing something? Someone with wisdom that passed down to you from this industry that you are.
Yes. See, I've gotten a lot of beautiful pieces, right? From different people. But to say that was passed down from somebody in this industry, I can remember Patti LaBelle. And I was at a show called Nabob, and I was hosting the show. And I had just found out how much I had to pay in alimony to my second husband. Okay? So I'm over in the corner being dramatic by my goddamn self, but nonetheless, I'm over in the corner going through it. And Miss Patti LaBelle was there. And she says to me, "Come here. Come here." So I said, "Yes, ma'am." And we go over in the little corner. She said, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, I just found out that I got to pay my ex-husband all this money every month. She said, if you don't get that shit together right now, what that man can't take is your goddamn talent, and you don't ever let them see you sweat. So wipe your goddamn tears and get out there and perform for the niggas in the cheap seats. Perform for the niggas who didn't have the money to sit up front. Perform for the niggas that got to see your eye makeup. She said, get that together. I never forgot that moment because that was coming from an icon and a legend. And if I think I was dealing with some shit, what you think Patti LaBelle had to deal with in her lifetime? So for her to say, pull that together, ain't nobody got time for that. You signed up for this. You signed up for it. Shit, these bumps and bruises gonna come. Get that ass together and go out there and give it to him.
Right.
You know, so she, I think I say to Sydney, it's like, Daddy, I've been around the greats. They welcomed me in a way, Lonnie, that's unexplainable. They welcomed me to their private moments and they fed me with just love and how you treat people. And, you know, so I'm grateful for those moments. But that one with Patti LaBelle just always sticks out because that was just a moment where I had to pull shit together and go perform.
So you have been very vocal,
yes,
about what you've been going through with Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels.
Yes, and Lionsgate.
Mm-hmm. What must happen to make all of this go away?
That's a great question.
Thank you, Auntie.
And what must happen is they've got to right the wrong. They've got to right that wrong. And I'm glad that I have a chance to explain what I mean by that. Because there have been people that said, why don't you just let that go? Why don't you just move on? And then you see Will Smith and our sister Janet having a conversation after her career has been destroyed for 30 years. And you hear that black woman say, I lost everything. I lost the finances. I lost my family. I lost my career, because no one would hear that black woman's cries. No one would hear that woman saying, I'm being treated unfairly, y'all. I can't work. I can't feed my family. No one was hearing it. But we heard it 30 years later when Will Smith said, okay, now I will apologize. And then people are saying to me, well, you can't demand an apology from somebody. What I can demand is for you to right the wrong. And what happens is when you see a man like Dave Chappelle stand up and say, let me tell you about how the industry does you, we applaud that. But for some reason, when a black woman stood up and said, let me tell you how this industry does you, and what I was willing to do was name the names. Let me tell you what Oprah Winfrey did. Let me tell you what Tyler Perry did. Let me tell you what Lee Daniels did. Let me tell you what Lionsgate did. And I had to go through what, 10 years? 10 years of people saying, oh, just shut up and sit down. Just take it. Just go away. Oh, it's because of your husband. Oh, he done messed up your career. And what people did not understand was, because they're powerful, we begin to believe people are untouchable. I come from a place called Baltimore. We both do. And if you've wronged a bitch, listen, we're not going nowhere till you make it right. And those three people, along with the entity of Lionsgate, have cost my family generational money. So I don't know when people decide they're going to stop fighting for their family, but we're going to fight for ours till we take the last breath.
So, Auntie, are you upset with them or disappointed?
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that had you talked to me the other day and for what you thought I was, had I been something different, would you have been disappointed? That's what that is for me. See, I know all of them when no one's looking. I know them behind the curtains. We've had conversations with them when no one was looking. And they agreed with us. They agreed with the stand. They agreed with the position. But when it came time to say, wait a minute, y'all putting something out about this woman and this man that is not true, because we talked to them. But those people sat back and said absolutely nothing. And then to hear Tyler Perry's voice, because he did call. And we did record that conversation. And in the state of Georgia, it's legal. Auntie ain't gonna do shit. Okay? Uncle had to look it up because, Auntie didn't give a fuck. I'm like, okay. But when we hear that black man saying what I did was wrong, instead of our community saying, wait a minute, Tyler Perry, you admitted to doing this to this woman? Our community said, how come you would record him?
Well, some.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Daddy. Some. So when people say, am I mad at them? No, I love my brothers and sisters. And I love our community. So much so that we got to start being honest with each other. So when I called that out years ago, and you had people saying, go away, be quiet. And when Dave Chappelle calls it out, Dave Chappelle gets tweets that say that's king shit. That's bravery shit. So you have to ask our community, what's different?
And if I may say.
Yes, Daddy.
Go ahead.
Because there's a lot of people that say, he's sitting right there and don't say, he ain't saying
I'm
nothing.
sorry, baby.
No, don't be sorry. This is indicative of our relationship because I'm the guy who really, you don't see me, you don't hear from me unless you need to. I'm here because Monique said, hey, I want you to come on. And for moments like this, when you say, if you look at Dave Chappelle speaking in reference to what he went through, and he said his white agent told him he had no case, if you will. When you look at Viola Davis saying, they call me the Black Meryl Streep, but they don't pay me like it. When you hear all of the individuals who are out there, who are of color, who speak in reference to this, you never see their representation sitting next to them. And someone would have to ask why. And the reason why is because, as we were told years ago by one of Monique's a manager who was of a higher echelon, if you will, white manager, he says, it is in our best interest to do what the studios want us to do because the artists come and go, but the studios always stay around. So he had a great analogy in his stand-up, if you will, or as he was sharing with with the audience, he said, I was playing 3-card Molly with these guys that were hooping and hollering for the guy that was dealing the cards, and I realized after the fact, everybody sitting around him was on that guy's side.
Come on.
So the representation that should be standing next to their artists who they are negotiating for and not getting the money that they see that their white artists are getting. When you say, well, why are they not standing with them? Because they're part of the team of the studios. And when you have individuals like Michaela Cole, a young sister coming up that's a writer, who said, we did a deal with a major streaming company, and I had to leave and quit that deal because they did not want to give me back into my own materials by my agency. They gave them an undisclosed amount of back end. So you're going into an environment where the people that you're with that's supposed to be on your team, they're not really on your team. So we're deemed difficult because you can't circumvent Monique through her black husband.
Come on. Come on.
Go ahead.
And this is also.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm sorry.
Do y'all have devices going over there?
No.
Like you watching the show from another device? Oh, okay. I was about to say they got turned down. I don't know why I said that. But go ahead. Sorry.
Here's why I asked my husband to be here, and I sent you that
Text
message. Because in the midst of you and I setting this up, all this came out about Dave Chappelle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if you notice, when you hear Dave Chappelle talk about, I signed a bad deal, right? Well, where was your representation? Now I understand a bad deal being signed, because I've signed some bad deals when I had the creme de la creme of representation. And not one of them said, this is a bad deal. And when you find out years later, wait a minute, I done signed up for some wrong shit. But no one told you that you were signing up for wrong shit, because you with the top tier management company, you with the top tier agencies, you with the top tier attorneys. So everybody's saying, oh yeah, that's a good one, go ahead. So you signed that deal, not understanding what you have given away for a lifetime. Not understanding you are just getting pennies, and not even really pennies, you're getting half of a goddamn penny. Not understanding that. When you hear Dave Chappelle say, I went to my agent and said, what can we do about it? And my agent said nothing. So I said, fuck you, I'm gonna go talk to my real bosses.
Right,
I've not read one comment where nobody is questioning Dave Chappelle's representation.
For not being there.
I've not read not one comment for them to say, who would let you sign that deal? I've not read one comment with anybody saying, oh my God, fuck your agent. But unfortunately with us, this is why I asked my husband to be here. It has been my husband, this black man, and another black man who happens to be our attorney named Ricky Anderson, who's gotten me the biggest and best deals of my career, because we have gotten the contracts that say in all perpetuity. We have gotten those release forms that say in all perpetuity. And they say, we cannot give you that. We can't give money to you like that. Now, if you have an all perpetuity, goddamn it, she got to get paid in all perpetuity. So we ain't saying no, we just saying everybody got to benefit in the all perpetuity. But when you have our community and people that look like me, and I'm talking about black women, that say, oh, it's her husband. Oh, Lord, you got to let that, he done messed up your career. When you got Whoopi Goldberg saying to me, you need to let your husband go. But you tell me that the viewer's paying you $1.5 million. God damn it, whoever's representing you, you may want to think about letting them go, because you are our icon. You are our legend. And nobody that sits on that goddamn panel has your resume, ma'am. So because you accept $1.5 million, they will look at me and say, how can you complain? So again, we're quick to knock us down and not even want to hear it. We're quick to applaud when one gender does it and not the other gender. And I think that's why oftentimes our community suffers, because we pick and choose what we want to say is right and wrong, when we simply can't say if it's right, it's right, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. So when I say, Daddy, please join me for this, is to let our community know, listen, who's going to have your best interest better than your husband or your wife?
And they teach us not to be a unit.
Come on.
And all I am is a microcosm of Lonnie Bee. Because when Lonnie Bee is talking in reference to his nieces and trying to uplift them, that's him standing by the black woman to be and the black women that are. So when we are having these conversations and Monique is speaking up, she's not just speaking up for Monique. She's speaking up for the Samores, the Adeles, the Miss Lauras, the Cheryl Underwoods, because these individuals, they legends in the game, and they deserve to get the respect that they're supposed to get. And when Whoopi Goldberg says what she says, I have no resentment towards her because of that, because when you get beat up enough in this business, as she's been beat up because she was blackballed for a time, when you come up, you just swinging. You don't know who you swinging at, but you just want the people to get off of you. My mother, when I was a small child, told me about a situation with my father who was physically abusive to my mother at times. And I was 3 years old and he had was beating her. And I came in and I was hitting her on her leg too. And after he left, she said, I asked you, why would you hit me? You know your dad was wrong. And I said, I know, but I didn't want him to beat me too.
Right.
So what happens is, it's not that Whoopi Goldberg did not know. It's not that Steve Harvey, when he was talking to Monique and trying to mansplain to her that she should change the narrative, and then he gets fired from his job, 2 jobs shortly thereafter. It's not as if these people don't know that Monique is right. They just didn't want to get beaten too.
Mm. Mm.
Mm. So when people advise Monique to leave, does that hurt your feelings?
Where'd she say we were from again?
Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pause. Every time you say some shit and you already know the answer, we're gonna pause. Pause for the cause.
So you know, you what you know is when you from Baltimore, when you from DC, you take it on the chin, and then you keep moving forward, because they can pause you momentarily. They might, move you back, but you're gonna keep on moving forward.
Auntie, you know a lot of celebrities behind it.
I didn't have none to begin with, so
Well, not none, but a lot.
No. I gotta take my glasses off for that one. I lost people who weren't friends from the beginning. And I can remember some years ago when Sid and I first got together, right? And he said, listen, stop having these fake Hollywood friendships, because you don't know them and they don't know you, right? So we get an invitation to Janet Jackson's party.
I love it.
It's control. Nigga, that's what have you done for me lately?
You
Nigga?
see, like that,
Okay, it's Penny from Good Times. Then invited a bitch to the party. Let's get on our fabulous shit and go. So my boyfriend says to me, hey, we don't know Janet Jackson. And for Janet Jackson's birthday, she should be surrounded by people who really know her and love her. Now, if you want to go, I'm not going to stop you. He said, but I'm not going to take up the space of somebody that can really be around loving on that woman. So when Sid and I got together, the energy I was trying to give to you hanging out with this one, you're hanging out with that one. Well, I had to find the little girl that was from Baltimore again and be good with her, right? And when he said to me, stop with these fake Hollywood friendships, well, I knew exactly what he was talking about. And I had to stop that. Now, there was one sister, because this is a very candid conversation.
Yes.
There was one sister that I considered to be my friend, and that was Kim Whitley. Because I won't say I allowed her in my space, we allowed each other in each other's space, and that means something to me. That means something to me when you let me come in your house and break bread with you, and it means something to me when you come in mine and break bread. So when you see someone that you consider a friend, go with which way the wind is blowing. Let me say that. You see it, well, the wind blowing this way right now, bitch, and that says that I cannot be your friend. And I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to talk against you. Those are the conversations that we don't have in this industry to let our babies know that's coming into it. If you don't come with a foundation, it's easy to get lost. And when I came in, Lonnie, I had friends, very few. And this man sitting right here was one of them.
Auntie, define foundation.
When you got that person that says, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you right now, if you keep going the way you're going, we're going to come to your funeral. I'm going to tell you right now that if you keep handling yourself in the way that you're handling yourself, you're going to drop. I'm going to tell you right now that if you keep using your molestation as a crutch, you're going to be weak for the rest of your life. That's what I mean by foundation. I mean foundation when this shit first hit, Lonnie, when it first hit that I was blackballed and I was difficult and I was all these things, my goddamn knees buckled because I said I did it right, y'all. I did it right. I showed up, I showed out, and I left and went the fuck home. I did it right. So now when all this shit started flooding in, I was like, wait a minute. The foundation came in when my husband took me by my hands and said, listen, we're going to be good. The truth will eventually catch up to this. We're going to be good. The foundation means when you hear our sister Janet Herbert say, I lost everything. See, when I've told people financially, my family took a goddamn hit. And I'm talking about that kind of hit where it's a hit. Y'all know I got that $1 million tax lien. We ain't trying to hide from that shit because when you take a stand, sometimes you got to take a hit. Mm-hmm. So just to have those real conversations is that foundation for this man to take me by my hands when I'm like, oh shit, daddy. I always took pride in paying my bills and paying the taxes and getting shit done. I did not fuck around. And now this shit get ready to go public. That man took me by my hands and said, bitch, Donald Trump done filed bankruptcy. God damn it, it made it okay. It made me fight even harder. That's what I mean by the foundation. That's why when I said to you, don't you get your ass out there and change. Mm-hmm. You better bring and keep every piece of Lonnie Bee that you got because it's easy to change. Mm-hmm. It's easy. So that's what I mean by foundation. The foundation means, listen, outside this door, you famous. Mm-hmm. Inside this house, I'm a wife and a mommy. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to be the best one I can. That's what I mean by foundation. Mm-hmm. Your priorities get straight. You know what they are.
Mm-hmm. And if I may, Kim Whitley is a prime example of a beautiful sister who, again, doesn't want to be beaten by the system. But she has a conscience, or should I say, however, she has a conscience because she went on a site, Comedy Hype, and explained that Monique is the type of person that when they would go on walks up the hill in Runyon Canyon and Monique would make it up and she was struggling, she would come down with a towel and give her half the towel and pull her up the hill, which is an analogy for lifting as we climb. And when people's conscience get to them when they're all alone, see, you can go through all you want to go through when everyone's around and the lights are on you, but it's about how do you feel about you when no one's around. Mm-hmm. So if you can survive and be courageous enough not to be embarrassed out of this life by other people who have been embarrassed out of this life, but now they can put the attention on you and ridicule you, you feel so much better, you sleep so much better, you live so much better than those that are considered billionaires simply because you have this thing called integrity and you are not interested in standing next to the right people, but you're interested in standing next to the people who are right.
Come on now.
Y'all are so deep.
You know, I don't know if it's deep more so than honest. We've gotten so removed from honesty and we like shade and tea and mess and bullshit that when you hear people talking honestly, we look at that and say, that's deep. No, God damn it, it's just fucking honest. And that's how removed our community has become. Bitch, how dare you be that honest with me? How dare you, Monique? Because of the packages which you come in, you ain't supposed to be the bitch that's going to take a stand. When you hear Janet Herbert say it's the kiss of death, when you say a black woman is difficult than a dark-skinned black woman, well, try being a fat black woman. Try being that. Mm-hmm. Try looking that way when you're saying this shit ain't right. This is not right. So again, when I say to our community, if it quacked like a duck and it looked like a duck, y'all, it's a goddamn duck. Stop making that bitch be a dog. It cannot. A duck ain't gonna bark. It's never gonna fucking bark. But you will let your eyes lie to you and say, that's a dog. You'll let your ears say, I know what I heard, but So.
And if I may,
Yes, sir.
what people don't know is the countless DMs, the countless messages that Monique gets from people throughout the years where they said, you saved my life with your comedy, with your stance. I'm going through the same thing. And the world doesn't realize that the ridicule that she gets from the important people means nothing in comparison to the love that she gets from the regular people.
Right.
And no matter where we've gone, we still gonna be the regular people. Because they have a problem with Monique because she makes regular look good, and she makes people who think it's about the Birkin bags start realizing, well, what was good before there was a Birkin bag?
Come on.
What was important to you before the Birkin bag? Because late at night, if you thirsty and you need a drink of water, if your back is hurting and you need it rubbed, if your feet are hurting and you need it rubbed, oh, your loins are hurting and you need them
Talk
rubbed.
on it.
Is your Birkin bag gonna do that for you? But you don't have no support. But you in a 28,000 square foot home. You got servants everywhere, and everybody around you is somebody that's on your payroll. Who's around you that you don't question their friendship?
Come on, baby.
So we can't be mad at the Tyler Perrys, the Oprah Winfreys of the world. What we hope for them is they dig deep within themselves and remember when they used to sleep in the car, as Tyler Perry said, when she was a country girl back in the day trying to come up, and remember what life was like before all of the hoopla. Then understand that this black woman is saying, listen, we not about the hoopla. We just about what's real. And if they come out and just do what's right and admit to the public what he admitted to in private, with all the power, not from a financial, not from a business standpoint, but the power of being impressionable to others, they don't realize how they can heal our community. But you have to stop being selfish and worrying about your ego, which I define as expectations gone overboard. Okay? You have to stop worrying about your ego and start worrying about the community that helped build Tyler Perry Studios, Oprah Studios. So when they do that, things will change, but they're mad at this woman simply because she's being honest. And again, she brings plain old truth to a system that they don't want to hear that.
I know that's right. So I have to ask this, okay? Now I have to ask this right here. See, now there's no echo. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
The screen. See,
go ahead now.
Back.
You didn't hear me first?
No, when you take us totally off the screen, you sound really good.
Okay. So I have to ask this right here, okay? Because my mom, okay, she wants to know how in the hell my gay son get the legendary queen of comedy, Monique, on his show. So please, Auntie Monique, explain to my mammy, okay? Explain to my mammy, how did this come about?
Let me explain to your mammy how this came about. Because your mammy and your pappy and your aunties and your uncles and your grandfather did a goddamn good job. That's how this came about. No, they did a great job. Because the energy that you bring is so contagious and infectious, and it is so, you gravitate to it. And I watched your videos. Now I've been watching you for a long time. I watched it when your nieces were little. They wasn't quite teenagers with titties. Okay, they was trying to catch up to it, right? I watched it, baby. I watched you deal with them. Okay, I watched it. I watched you and your mother. And I watch your mother not bite her tongue with you. And I watch you not be insecure or defensive. Even through all the laughter, I watched you and your dad. And let me tell you why I fucks with his father. Okay? He in the car with his father, right? They talking about his mother. His father say, I don't fuck with your mother like that because she fights. Well, listen, that's my sister. Okay? We are known to ball our motherfucking fists up and cock back on a nigga. Okay? So let me just tell you this too, Lonnie, real quick. When people say, why Monique got her husband there? They better be thankful. Because there are some presidents in this business that I have cussed the fuck out. Okay? Head of studios. Now, I didn't do it if it was not deserving. And there was a time that I didn't have that thing called tact. All I knew was you were trying to violate me. And what I don't have time to do is make what I'm getting ready to say pretty. I'm getting ready to say this shit, and I don't give a fuck who's around to hear it because you did the offense around other people. So now I'm going to deal with you. I don't give a fuck. Either we can do it privately or publicly. I'm going to let you choose, but you violated. So when people say, oh, her husband controlling her. Oh, he running her. When the fuck? It's like, y'all, when did I become that? No, what I am doing with my husband is respecting him. What I am doing is honoring him. What I am doing is knowing my place. And to say that in front of some black women, we lose ourselves. What you mean? Everybody got a fucking place. That's why we're so confused now, because don't nobody know what the fucking place is. Everybody has one. And because we've gotten so out of order and out of turn, every interview I do, I said to my husband, I want you right there because I want our community to see what it looks like. We ain't perfect by far. God damn it. But we stick together like glue. And they're teaching us on a regular basis. You don't need no man. You don't have to have no man. And I'm going to say this because this is Lonnie Bee and this is virtual conversation, real shit. When you got women feeding our souls, that goddamn it don't have one. You got to be careful whose food you're eating. When you got women telling us about love, but they never experienced love. When you got women to say to your man, okay, I see you later because all that dreaming you doing, dreaming ain't going to pay the bill, so goodbye. They taught us not to honor, respect, nurture. They've taught us that. And by no means will I say this is this woman's fault. But however, this little tube is magical. And people want to be like you. And they want to do what you do. And they want to be bosses and empowered and independent. So when you do see Mother Nature, Oprah Winfrey, as some calls her, and you see that woman ain't never had a husband, never had no children, nothing. And you're saying, well, I don't need a man because look how she did it. I don't need to make it like that. So now our families, when I listen to our young sisters, this little 15-year-old girl told my son, I'm the boss. Bitch of who? Not my king. But that's what they're learning. That's what's being put out there. That's what they're seeing. They're seeing all of this. And I'm not saying don't be empowered. I'm not saying don't be independent. But be so empowered and independent that you know your priorities. Be so independently strong enough to tell your girlfriends, bitch, after 5 o'clock, don't ring my phone. That's family time. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't give a damn about nobody else's life. I got to focus in on mine.
And we sometimes have to be brave enough to be interdependent on others. We know we have to be independent to bring something to the table with another independent person. But if you live your life independently and you're solo, it can be quite lonely when you go through your trials and tribulations. When you go through your celebrations, you like to celebrate that with someone and share that with someone. So we have to be brave enough to have an interdependency and go back to Africa, if you will, spiritually, because there was an interdependency on the tribe, on the family. And we saying, listen, despite the fact that you may have been hurt by someone, you got to be brave enough to love again.
Come on.
Because people will teach you one strike and you out. Okay, But if you really believe that this person was the person for you, you have to understand great relationships do not come because when everything is going good. It's when they are tested that you find out what your relationship is about. Go to the gym and you get with your trainer and you know the difference between somebody that's going to work you soft and somebody who works you hard. The person you think that is working you soft is the person that's not doing you any favors. The person who works you hard is making you stronger. Sometimes the universe puts you in a situation where it seems like it's working you hard because it doesn't want you to be soft. It wants you to be strong enough to endure the trials and tribulations of life. And the greatest test of people's strength is when you have those trials and tribulations, you can still be a decent and pleasant person, and you refuse to let your hardships make you any other way than kind to others.
Air condition, bitch. I don't know about y'all, but I am enjoying this conversation. Now, I gotta ask my aunt this, okay? I gotta ask my aunt Monique this. What do you say, auntie, to those thick girls that say, Monique sold out because she done lost all that weight. She ain't for the thick girls no more. What do you say to them, auntie?
What I say to them, they must be motherfucking Helen Keller, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and the 5 blind boys and the 3 blind mice. If they think I'm a skinny girl, baby, let me tell you. There was a time that I was promoting being unhealthy. Let me be clear. There was a time that I was promoting being unhealthy because I would say proudly, baby, I eat what I want to eat. Fuck any exercises, honey. This is who I am. It's what I do. I'm not worrying about that. Till one day, I was coming up the steps. And when I got to the top, I'm having a hard time catching my breath. Mm-hmm. So when I get in that bedroom, this man right here, hey, how much do you weigh? I knew it was over 300 pounds, Lonnie, but I couldn't say that out of my mouth. I could not say that out of my mouth. So I wanted to give it about 266, okay? Give or take a few, nigga, 266. And he said, that's too much, and I want you for a lifetime. Well, Lonnie, that's better than any goddamn weight loss program you can put a bitch on. That's better than any prepackaged meal or shake or shit. That's better than any bitch standing up on TV because she's famous trying to tell me what I need to do. When that man said, I want you for a lifetime.
You got on that.
I got on my knees.
Okay.
That's not your business. Okay, come on back to the seat. Come on back to the seat now. Okay, because I knew that I had somebody that he's always been my best friend. But to love me like that and to say, I want you for a lifetime. So what I say to big girls is, look at my goddamn head. Look at my wide shoulders. My 11 size feet. Never will I abandon the big woman because my goddamn bones is big. My head is big. My fucking feet is big. The back of my ass is big. Everything about me is big. I'm a big girl. I just want to be a big, healthy girl. That's all. So to my big, beautiful sisters, yes, I did. I had to leave that sickness because at that time, I was sick mentally, I was sick spiritually, and I was sick physically. And there was nobody willing to say to me, bitch, listen, in about a year, tell me your favorite color because we're going to have to wear it at your memorial. Because the rate you're going, you won't be here. So when my husband, my best friend, my lover, my boyfriend, my brother, all the hats he's had to wear had to say, check this out. we got to do something different. And see, with this molestation thing, I understand it. But what I can't let you do is use it as a crutch, because that will destroy our family. So we've had to have some conversations that has had to check me in a way that I was so empowered and so independent, and I was the boss, and I sat at the head of the table. Nigga, this my table, this my house, this my shit, all that, because I'm chasing behind a bitch who said, let me feed your soul. Because that's how you do it. You don't need nobody, right? And I saw my mother in a fucked up relationship with my father. I saw all my aunts not respect any man. So now, I'm that empowered queen, bitch, baby. Till the king had to step in and say, let me really show you what a queen is. Let me really show you how a queen should be treated. So when I say to Black women, and it always fills me up, because I know it ain't no bullshit, nigga. I know what's up beside me. I know I've been there and I've witnessed this man love on his family in a way, Lonnie, that I ain't never seen a Black man love on his family. I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm saying I ain't seen it in my father. I ain't seen it in none of my uncles. I ain't seen it in my brothers loving their wives and their children. When I tell you, when you say he remind you of your grandfather, let me tell you something. When our sons say to us, when I get married, if I don't have a marriage like y'all's, I don't want it. I would never tell my parents that shit. Ain't nobody in my family I would tell that shit to, because I seen them be miserable and depressed and stressed out and fucked up and can't live freely and happily. I've seen my mother become envious and jealous because she didn't really know what love looked like, because my father didn't love her like that, nigga. They got caught up in a situation. And when it was done, it was 4 fucking children standing. So now what we gonna do? I can't afford to be by myself. You can't afford to be by yourself. So fuck it. We'll keep all the misery together and we'll raise them up in this shit. So when I first got with this man, I didn't know how to be a loving wife. I didn't know how to be a loving friend. I didn't know how to be a loving mother. I knew how to be inconsiderate and have the shit my way. So when this man stepped to me, not as my best friend, because he said, now, bitch, you're my woman. Now you're my responsibility. So there's some conversations we got to have. I'd rather we go through it up in this bedroom right here than we get out into the world. I remember one night, Lonnie, I'm at a goddamn press conference. You know Auntie like to talk. Nigga, I got shit to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to say my shit.
Say it.
Okay, but I'm up there, so my boyfriend on the sideline, right? Standing next to a gentleman who happened to be white. And he says, oh, here she go. She just talks, she just runs her mouth. She don't know when to shut up. Well, he don't know you standing next to my man. So my man then tells him what?
I don't remember the exact words I used, but simply put, that's my wife, and we need to wrap this up. And I shared with her what he said because he was a part of the production in his face. And he just basically was like embarrassed, but it was a lesson of never overstay your welcome. Know when to say when. And the first rule of comedy is always leave them wanting more.
What I tell you in our conversation? What I tell you in our conversation? I said one thank you and I'm grateful is enough. Because I had to learn that. See, I had to learn that. I had to learn that. That's why when I talk to us as a community, I get so passionate because we done been fed so much bullshit. We get impressed by a private jet, but not the private love. We get impressed by when you say, my man bought me 6 Birkin bags. Birkin. What the fuck is it called? Birkin?
Birkin.
Okay, I don't know what the shit is, baby. Give me a bag from a goddamn secondhand store, but fill it up with love. And I'll carry that bitch till the straps fall off. But if you give me a Birkin bag and you're punching a bitch in the mouth after you give it to me, I'd rather not have that bag. But those aren't the conversations that we're having. So when I say to my Black beautiful women, don't be embarrassed or ashamed to say out loud, I honor mine. I stand with mine. I respect mine. I know my place with mine. Don't hold your head down while you say that. Look a bitch right in the eye. And then when she got something to say, I'm sorry. What's your husband's name? Oh, bitch, you don't have one. Okay, conversation has come to a cease. What relationship you in? And you know why I get down for the LGBTQ community so much?
Thank you.
I've never seen a positive relationship except for this one relationship when I was a little girl, and that was my godmother. And her name was Audrey. And every time I would go to Audrey's house, Audrey would have a friend there, and her name was Frankie. And Frankie be sitting at the kitchen table reading a paper or drinking coffee, and Audrey would be doing whatever she doing, right? But they were very nice to one another. She would say, Audrey, would you like some coffee? And she'd say, no, thank you, Frankie, but I think I'll take some water. She said, no problem, Audrey. Monique, would you like some water too? And I'd be like, yes, ma'am, Miss Frankie. And then she'd bring Audrey the water, and the exchange they had with each other. And as a little girl, I just see an exchange of love. I don't know what to call that. But all along, Miss Frankie was my godmother Audrey's lover. It wasn't never announced. When I became a woman, then I understood what I was looking at, but that was the healthiest, most positive, most beautiful relationship I had ever fucking seen. And when I came around, Lonnie, they just let me talk. Imagine that. They just let my little fat ass go. Whatever the fuck I wanted to talk for hours. Hours. Now, here's what's beautiful. This one right here, when we were kids, I would talk to him for hours about my shit. Then the moment he would say, well, let me tell you, I gotta go. Okay, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I don't want to hear what you have to talk about.
Okay. So I want to know, Auntie. I want to know, do you watch your own stand-up specials?
That's a great question. For a long time, I could not watch me on TV. For a long time, I could not watch the Parkers because I was too busy seeing Monique, and I wasn't seeing Nikki Parker. And I was too critical of Monique, not knowing, bitch, that's not you. That's Nikki Parker. With my stand-up, it was hard for me to watch because now you picking. I can do it now, but there was a time that I could not because I would pick too much at it. I would pick. I remember when we first got the Monique show, right? And remember how people said I was loud?
Mm-hmm.
She's so loud.
They say that
Fuck them. But that's what they said. They said she's so loud. She's so loud. So one day, Lonnie, I'm in the bathroom, right? And the TV on. And I'm in the back in the closet. And I hear this bitch just screaming, yes! Yeah! I said, who the fuck is that screaming, nigga? It was me. I didn't hear it till I heard it, okay? So, now I can, and I can enjoy her. Now I can, yeah. And enjoy her and laugh and, yeah.
So, how do you prepare for your stand-ups?
Oh, this is so good, bitch. Listen, if y'all don't tag a friend and another friend and another friend, because he's got great questions, okay? Niggas don't ask me nothing about that. How do I prepare for stand-up? I never stop preparing. I never stop preparing. My closet is my stage. Come on. My closet is my stage, baby. And in my closet, I see the whole audience. I see everybody. All my clothes is the people, right? And when I want to go to my white audience, I turn to Sid's white shirts and I talk right to them. When I want to go to the hood, I go over there with all my sequin shit that's all up on my shoes. I got all my audience, baby. I got all my audience. Yes.
It's a great. How do you?
Yes.
So, Auntie, do you have a movie that you played in that was absolutely your favorite movie?
No, all of them are my favorite. All of them are my favorite. But there's one movie that I played in that I don't think that this actress got her propers. And I think we overlooked her. And I think she got cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And she was brilliant with no script. She knew just when to speak. She knew when to look away. She knew when to be totally immersed in her condition. And that was a movie called Precious. And the little girl that played the daughter, not Gabourey Sidibe, Gabourey Sidibe's daughter, the little baby that had Down syndrome. When I tell you, Lonnie, this little girl, you knew that the angels had come on that set and they kept doing her like this. Here you go, come back. When you watch that movie again, watch her movements. You couldn't teach that. There was no 3, 4. You couldn't direct that. When she throw the shit on the floor. Well, Lee Daniels didn't say throw the shit on the floor. Just her instinct said, it's time. If you watch the movie again, me and this baby formed such a relationship because she was not special because of Down syndrome. She was just special. When she's leaving out the social worker's office in Gabourey Sidibe's arms, watch the movie closely. That baby says, Monique. And she's like, where the fuck are they taking me, bitch? This is not what we agreed to. Okay? Now, you, yeah, bitch, now when they say cut, you know, man, you cool. And this bitch walking me away where I'm going. Watch it. She says, Monique and Lee Daniels, well, you can't reshoot it. That you can, it's an independent, baby. You can't touch it. It was just beautiful. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have made sure that baby got her just due because she was brilliant and they weren't twins. It was just her. When they're that young, it has to be 2 of them. Just her, baby. And she was brilliant.
That is amazing. We learning shit today here with my auntie Monique and Uncle Sid. So, Auntie, is there a movie of yours or any of your movies can you watch from beginning to end?
Yes. Yes. There's one movie I've never seen from beginning to end, the beginning, the middle, nor the end, and that's Beer Fest. Okay, I've never ever watched that. So when my children say, Mommy, we saw this movie. Okay. I don't know nothing about it, baby. Shit, after I left there. You know, can I watch? What movie have we sat and watched that I've done from beginning to end? Have we done it? I mean, we did with Precious when it first came out, but you know, I was there. Two can play that game. Two can play that game was so exciting, right? Yeah. Oh my God, because that was like the first real pop off, right? With the studio. Now I'm gonna tell you, little insider. Tyra Banks was supposed to play my role.
Really?
Tyra Banks was supposed to be Deidre. Yes. For whatever reason, it didn't work. Anthony Anderson said, give my girl Monique a call. Come on now. That's how I got to play that game. I mean, it was a great time, a lot of fun. But again, when you talk about the business of it, see, you can have a great time and a lot of fun, but your bank account does not reflect the great time and a lot of fun you had. You would think you was mad as shit and got taken advantage of because you really did. But but while you're doing it, you don't know that that's what's happening. So again, when people say it's her husband, you goddamn right. It is my husband. Because what I cannot do, they say to me, Mama, we can't let you sign up for mad money. And that's what you're going to be, mad. See, right now, when you hear Dave Chappelle say, I signed it because I was desperate. Well, that's the right time to get a nigga. Get them when they desperate. It ain't got to make sense. I can eat right now. Well, what about next year? I ain't going to worry about that. I'm going to eat right now. See, my husband says, no, Mama. That food, It'll taste good for the moment, but down the road it's going to be rotten. So that's what we can't do. That's what we won't do. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that.
I'm grateful for him protecting you like that, Auntie. Is there a co-host that you have done a project with that is just an absolutely joy? Like you just enjoy this person, just working with this person.
Oh my goodness, my husband. Okay, all right, hey. Yeah, because we can do special things when we say goodbye. But anyway, you know, other than Sydney, I would have to say Rodney Perry on the Monique Show. He was, before we got the Monique Show, visually, we had the Monique Show, the radio show, right? And we had this one co-host that was beautiful, but just wasn't open. And we couldn't ask people to open up to us if we weren't going to open up to them. So Sydney says, Mama, I saw Rodney Perry down at this event, and that brother was really amazing. Like, he came in when he was supposed to come in. He sat back when it wasn't his time, but he was very secure in what he was doing. I said, well, Daddy, let's invite him up. He came there, Lonnie, and it was just like, let's play. Let's play. And we did visual radio. We would dress up on the radio, nigga. We had dance contests on the radio. Okay. And I remember when we knew the radio show was going away, I said to Rodney Perry, I can't tell you when and I can't tell you how, but they're going to see us. They're going to see us. And then my boyfriend and our attorney negotiated the biggest deal in the history of BET at that time for that time slot.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so Auntie, do you have a moment in your career where you say to yourself, shit, I wish I wouldn't have said that?
Hell to the no. You see Whitney Houston just take over me? Not today. I'll say this in all fairness. Have I ever said something that could have been offensive? Yes. And if I have, I'm truly sorry for that. But if I've said something that was the truth, I don't regret it. I don't take it back. I would do it all over again. So, I'm human. And this hole in my face, it can go on. So again, if I've ever said anything to offend anyone, I'm deeply sorry. But the things I've said that are the truth, I have no regrets.
Right. So, Auntie, what do you think about this new age comedy?
Give me a kiss on that one. I'm gonna tell you. That's a great question, right? When I first began to see the internet comedians, people said to me, what do you think about that? And I said, I'm proud of those babies because they're finding another way to make it happen. So I'm proud of that. What I didn't understand or realize, there's a huge difference from being funny in 60 seconds on a computer that you can edit to walking out on that stage to a live audience. That's a big difference. And what's beginning to happen is, especially with Black female comedians, what you have is a lot of comedic actresses because they're brilliant in their own right. They're brilliant what they're doing, but they're trying to step in the lane of stand-up comedy. And what happens is when you walk in, let's say you have 5 million followers. Well, when you walk into a club, you done packed it out, but you're funny for 60 seconds. So now that club owner is saying, see, that's why we don't want to pay Black women female comedians because they're not funny. Now you done packed it out, but you left people with a bad taste. So now when you got the real stand-up comedian that's new in it, but that's what they really do, their battle is so much harder because now you're fighting against the comedic actress who wants to come in the lane of stand-up comedian. So again, I don't knock what you do, but understand what you do because it's hurting us. It's hurting the Black female comedian when you have Black comedic actresses. When you see a white female, a comedic, you don't see Melissa McCarthy doing stand-up. She's a comedic actress and brilliant at it. But you don't see her going on tour doing stand-up. So unfortunately, they put us in this box, and because they pay us so little, you feel like you got to do every hustle they throw your way. So you gonna make me a stand-up comedian? Okay, I'll be that. Well, it's hurting the game. So with our new babies, I say do what you do, but just know your lane.
Or work on the craft.
Or work on the craft. Come on. Or work on your craft. That's all. And that means everything. That working on that craft, that's why I'm like, when people say, well, when I got there, I got stuck. Because you didn't work on your craft. You didn't go in your closet. You just thought your followers was going to be so in awe of you that you was going to just be able to stand there and say, so how y'all doing? All right, so give it up. Yes. How y'all doing? So give it up. You're cheating the audience. You're cheating those people. I'm a die-hard stand-up, baby. Give me a microphone and somebody in front of me. That's it. I don't need no pyrotechnics. I don't need to take no notes on stage with me. I don't need to be drunk when I walk up there. Just give me the microphone and the people in front of me and let the ancestors do what they do. All this other shit, you got to paint it over with icing and cherries and shit because the foundation hasn't been set.
Wow. That's some good information. Now, Auntie Monique, of course, you're one of my favorite comedians. Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. I like raw comedians. Just get up there and say what the fuck you want to say. Why do you think today's generation are so sensitive to your type of comedy?
Well, it's not just comedy. We've just sensitive to all kinds of shit. We've just gotten sensitive to, are you breathing like that? I'm going to do a motherfucking protest on hard breathing bitches because I just don't like it. I don't. I just don't like hard breathing bitches. So, to say my kind of comedy, here's what I appreciate. Give me a dark liquor drinking bitch that's going to sit there and we're going to have a good time. And when we get finished, we both leaving with something. We both leaving feeling full. We both knowing we love each other. We both knowing we just exchanged something beautiful. Give me that any day of the week. So when people try to say, oh, you too blue. No, bitch, I'm honest.
Right.
So don't paint me something that I'm not. I'm simply honest. Now, do I like adding a couple motherfuckers and whores and dicks and pussies? I like it. Lonnie. It just does it. When you explaining something, when you add that spice to it, it make the shit just taste a little better. If you say, girl, he was fine. But if you say that motherfucker over there, bitch, let me tell you something about this fine nigga. You got a picture of Billy D. Williams in your mind. Okay? You got a picture of Philip Michael Thomas from goddamn Sparkle. But if you just said nigga was cute, okay, you might have, little Michael from Good Times. He was cute. So for me, and I've had situations where people would say, it's clean. I am clean.
Right.
Being honest is clean. When you're lying, you're dirty. Just because you don't say fuck don't make you dirty. Okay? See, I've had the greats let me know how filthy my goddamn mouth was. I took it in stride and said, that's all right, it's my goddamn mouth. I did a show in Philly one time.
Love that.
Baby with the greats. Patti LaBelle, Ashford and Simpson, Melba Moore, Gamble and Huff, Teddy Pendergrass. Do you hear me? Freddie Jackson, and this little fat girl from Baltimore. Teddy Pendergrass gonna call me directly. What we talking about? I say, hello? He said, hey, Mo, it's Teddy P. I said, who? Nigga, I don't know nobody named Teddy P. The only Teddy P I know is a nigga that sing. And I know that's not the nigga that's calling me on my fucking cell phone. Nigga, who? I said, who? He said, Teddy Pendergrass. I said, hi, Mr. Pendergrass. And he chuckled like this little baby right here. He said, I'm having a little function in Philly. Come on, play with me. I'm having a little function in Philly. Come on and play with me. I said, yes, sir. I get there, baby. Bill Cosby. I want you to hear me. Open this motherfucker up. I'm like seeing it in the color purple while he on stage. Like, shit, that's Fat Albert. And in those 3 minutes, I understood why the fuck he was Bill Cosby. Because in them 3 minutes, I mean, he was just standing at the podium, kicking the asses. I mean, just. And then this was at the time they wanted to take out the word nigga. This was at the time it was a whole big thing about nigga. Now I gotta go up after Bill Cosby, Lonnie.
Oh,
okay, grab your pearls. Okay, I've got to go up after Bill Cosby. I go up on that stage and I was like, listen, I know y'all feel the same way I feel. That's Bill Cosby. Like that's the Jello pudding pop man. He was all these great things. And I said, and if y'all notice, he didn't say not one cuss word. Well, that's not who the fuck I am. So I want to welcome all you niggas here tonight. Let the show begin. Fuck that, baby. I respect what you do, but that's not what the fuck I do. Well, about 2 o'clock that morning, I get a knock on my hotel room door. I know I didn't put out no call, so I don't know who is knocking on my fucking door. Right. Yes, it's the concierge. I have a package here from Mr. Cosby. Shut up. Shut your goddamn mouth, Fat Albert, is sending the bitch something. Okay? You see, I'm closing my robe like I'm grabbing my pearls. Okay? So when I open the door, it's a brown paper bag. I'm so excited because I've gotten something from Bill Cosby. When I open the brown paper bag, there's a bottle of water and a bar of soap. Everybody hold on.
no, he didn't.
All I remembered was Eddie Murphy's Raw when Richard Pryor said, you tell Bill Cosby, have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. I went on to sleep. I drank the water. Thank you. I was thirsty. But that's what the fuck I do. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No, he didn't. That was an amazing story, though. I was drawing in, bitch. I was there in Philadelphia.
Okay, didn't you see the brown paper bag?
Yes.
Okay. And it wasn't no regular water. It was the kind where you got to pop the shit where the silver piece come over. You got to pop the shit like he paid for it. Like it wasn't no regular hotel room water. Right. He put the money in for it to let me know, bitch, clean your mouth out. And I did. I did, only to clean it for the next show. So I said, motherfucker, even stronger.
Okay. So look, moving on, Auntie, has there ever been a moment in your career where you felt like I failed?
No. No.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's talk to Sid right now, y'all. Let's talk to Sid. He's sitting there cool as a motherfucker, like Miami Vice. So let's talk to Sid right now.
Hey, so you go on and talk to Uncle because we can ready to go on a date.
Okay. So Uncle Sid, when it comes to always defending Auntie Monique, where do you get that instance to know right away this shit ain't right?
It's common sense.
Mm-hmm.
They try to make things look exotic, but this is common sense. You know what being mistreated looks like. You were raised as a black person, okay? So we know what common courtesy looks like as you were raised as a black person. We can distinguish between the two. The moment we see things that don't make sense, when you get applauded, as Monique said, for revealing that the business is morally corrupt, as Dave Chappelle did, for signing a bad deal, and then you get ridiculed because you wouldn't do any more than what was required of you from your contract, and you're deemed difficult. You say, well, that doesn't make sense because I've done everything that I was supposed to do contractually. And the proof of that is, if I didn't do it, they sue you for breach of contract. Why didn't they ever sue Monique for breach of contract? Because she never had a contract to do anything with Lionsgate. Her deal was with Lee Daniels Entertainment. So it's just common sense.
Right. The pop on that. How's your relationship with nephew? Okay.
You know, we're still in the midst. We're still in the midst of it. So, you know, we're going to see.
Right. So we're gonna remember here. Auntie Monique, I'm gonna show some pictures and I want you to tell me at that moment where was this picture and also what was you thinking during this moment?
So fucked up for this. Okay, because I don't know how to lie. Oh. And that moment right there, that was me saying to Hattie McDaniel, bitch, we did it. Right there. Right there. Oh! That was in Vegas, baby. That was saying, yes, indeed. This camera shot got everything going for it. Oh, that was that the BET Awards?
Look, you taking so many pictures.
I know, Daddy. I know. That one was that's the BET Awards. I remember that dress. That's the BET Awards. And I was probably like, shit, let's keep rocking and rolling. Right there. All that right there said, bitch, they tried to keep you down. Oh my God. Oh my God. That right there, Lonnie Bee. That said, I am looking at brilliance.
Wow.
I am looking at a young man who's going to take the world by storm. That right there, what a beautiful picture. Thank you. Thank you for that. We were just talking about that, baby. And when I tell you, Lonnie, DC Young Fly is one of those good ones. And he's one of those ones that the loyalty and the integrity and the character of this young king, it is breathtaking and it's refreshing. And I remember that day sitting on that set and I looked at him and I said, you something special, baby. And when the world get a load of you. So that's what I was thinking right there in that picture. As I told him, I would stab him with that fork.
And he said,
I would love that. Oh, that's Queens of Comedy. Oh, Lonnie, these are so great. That was that's the Monique show, baby. That was I am in this shit. That's my boy Rodney Pride. Yes. Yes. That right there said, oh, bitch. These girdles got me so motherfucking tight that I'm getting ready to fall over. I remember that day. Yes. Proud moment. Proud moment. And not a proud moment for that award. It was a proud moment for doing it the way I chose to do it. And I say that humbly. But during that time, everybody told me what I wasn't and what I shouldn't do. And you got to campaign and you got to be thankful and you got to be grateful. So for every one of those that got put in my hand during that time, that was a feeling of do it your way so you won't have no regrets. That right there was with Andy Cohen. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking right there. Shit, I may have been thinking some shit like I don't know how I got trapped up in this one. That one right there was fuck it up. That one right there was hey little girl. Remember when I met you at the resort when y'all was Destiny's Child, the 4 original babies, and I pulled you to the side and I said, don't you let nobody break y'all up. That was that moment right there for me and her.
Auntie, she also sung you a box too, Auntie.
That bitch sent me a house. Let's not be disrespectful. That wasn't a box. That was a whole goddamn house that she said. Now we had already had this damn conversation, okay? And you know, here's what's beautiful, and here's what makes you applaud a sister, because there was no delivery services that we know of. You know, the ones that got all the local names and all the national names. No, goddamn it. She got her own goddamn delivery service. Delivery from Beyonce. Well, I thought my baby was going to jump the fuck out the truck. I say, bitch, I wanted to drop it off myself. It's a little condo. That's what it is. It's a condo. I'm going to send her something back because that's the kind of auntie I am. But my shit going to be in the mailbox. I'm telling you right now, bitch, it will not be a box. It's going to be a nice little card.
Auntie, what do you want your legacy to be?
I don't care. That's not my business. I want my legacy and my family to be. She was good to us. And she held on to us. And she fought to the end. What other people think that I don't know, that's not my business. But my legacy for my family, I want them to say, baby, when they see my picture up on the wall, that bitch right there could make the fuck out of a peach cobbler and a ball of fish up on I know they still together, because wherever they got, she ain't let another bitch have them. She went up in that bitch, a bitch. Okay, now if you get here before I do, go on, have your fun, bitch. Go on, have your fun. But now I'm home. Go on with your ass. I know it's heavenly pussy, but go on with it. Okay.
And my last question for this morning for my Auntie Monique is, what is your advice to a guy like me on this journey in this entertainment industry?
Keep going. And don't have a plan B. A plan B allows you to fail. It allows you to give up. It allows you to quit. Have that plan A, baby, and have at it.
Mm-hmm. What about Sid?
I couldn't say it any better, because that's the very thing that she said from the beginning. I don't have a plan B. So she just gave it to you right there.
Thank you so much.
We love you, baby. Let me tell you why we love you. Because you like our nephew that then came over the house and said, I need to have a dark liquor drink and a blunt, and I need to talk to y'all. And we ain't put no time frame on it. We had to talk to our baby till he felt good.
Come on.
That's all. That's all. You keep going.
Keep doing it.
You keep going, and we're so proud of you, baby. And you hug your mother for me.
And I'll say this. The world needs you because you make other people braver.
Come on. Come on.
Just by being you.
That's all.
Thank y'all. They make you cry. Yes. Give it up for
Thank y'all.
We love you, baby.
I love you too. Thank y'all so much. I have a great day. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We're going to talk soon.
Okay.
All right, my sweetness.
Yes! Thank you all. That was amazing. That was amazing. Now the echo and shit is gone. The echo and shit is gone, y'all. Okay? I don't know what the fuck happened. It was technical difficulties, but you know a gay bitch had to keep going. Yes, okay? Like the Energizer Bunny. Oh, man, that was so good. But we're going to speak this in the universe, okay? Oh, no, we ain't speaking no universe. We're going to tell God, okay? Hey, Lord, it's me, your gay son. All right, we need a show. We need good mics. We need cameramen. Okay, I need a nice set. I don't need makeup. All I need is my cocoa butter. Okay, yeah. And we're going to make this happen next time on a larger scale after this pandemic and shit is over. Yes. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. For those of you that don't know, my name is Lonnie Bee. I am the international Judy on duty. Yes, join here in Zamunda. Yes, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being patient with the technical difficulties and everything, okay? You know it, bitch, okay? Section 8, hello. Yes, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here, and I appreciate y'all so much. Yes, okay? Share the video. We got more to come. Oh, next Saturday,
My girl Neffy is stopping by. Neffy is stopping by, and we're going to have a conversation with Neffy, okay? On the next episode, okay? Of A Conversation with Lonnie Bee. Yes, this was amazing. Good job, everybody. Thanks for showing up and showing out. Thanks for showing up and showing out, girl. Yes. Like, we all are successful. Whether if you in our, entertainment or whatever, we all are doing something. So each one of y'all motivates me. So that's why I like to be around, you know what I'm saying, and communicate with y'all, because it's motivation for me. Because when you're around bums, you feel like a bum. So.
Watching the documentary first just took me back, because when you first stepped on the fashion scene, even though we knew you before then because we had blocked you, when we had seen that on the it just took me back to the days. Because before you started the reviews, what you didn't say on there is that the reviews really helped a lot of organizations out. Like, you really invested in them without really investing in them. Giving them critiques helped them. You were basically being a free consultant to them and helping them develop their craft, which they were lost in doing because they couldn't win through me. So I will be watching the reviews.
That's what he do. It's that chain he got on.
I will be watching the reviews like, this nigga is giving them the whole blueprint. Like, he putting them on a level, like he putting them on the game, like that they don't need it. They don't got it, they don't got it.
Right.
But Lonnie will go to each show and sit there and write down everything you didn't like, and then go on chat with Lonnie and tell them, and they'll be at home like, we got to get another job to get the program. Lonnie said, get the booklets, all that. I'm like, Lonnie, they don't even know about that. Like, you're telling them. So, man, watching the documentary really put me back in that space. Like, damn, I remember those phone calls. I'm telling Lonnie, like, you need to go to such and such and get $50 because you just gave him like $50 worth of credit. And then you up here working free through the internet. Like, come on now. And he'll be left saying, you just want everybody crushed. So it brought me back to those days, and just to see the growth from there, like every step that you went, you pull a person from each platform you tapped in who you felt was really genuine and loyal to you, and you took them with you to the next stage.
It's really inspiring just looking at the documentary, because it really just took me back in the past, and just actually being in Studio Boombox and seeing you then, and seeing you on YouTube with Chat with Lonnie, and being interviewed with you and behind the screen there, and looking at you now, and looking at so many lives that you have touched at this moment. So it's just like to show you, like, it's really truly like what you make it. And then, like, even in the moments when you say like, oh, I got bored, and then you moved on to something else, and it wasn't even like that you was bored. It was like that chapter just had closed, and it was time for you to elevate and time for you to move forward, because there was other things that God has planned for you. And still, so it's just beautiful just looking at it today, because I just like, this is big. This is going to be big. I could see ourselves looking at this on TV one day. That's why I made the comment like, oh, bitch, you already put your documentary, your story together, ready when big networks have the show and talk about you when that moment comes and you're in the big chair and you get to where you want to be. So I just think it's great, and it was awesome. So I think it's something really big, a good project to put out so people can really see where you have came from, because you have done a lot of different things throughout your journey, and I'm just excited. And I do also want to make a PSA to Squidge and to Quentin to let them know I am the best friend.
Good morning, bitch. It's your Judy on duty, Lonnie Bee, and I am preparing for my second virtual show, The Greatest Gift of All. That's right, girl. Yes, the pandemic can't hold us back, and since you can't come to the stage will be coming to you on Christmas Eve, December the 24th, 7 p.m. Your Judy on duty will be in your living room, in your car, in your bedroom, wherever you at with your device, bitch, because the gift will be unwrapped. So get your Christmas cookies and bring Santa and Rudolph, girl, because this is a show that you don't want to miss. Tickets are available at www.BeeLonnie.com. LonnieBeeYourJudy.com. Get yours today because tickets are limited. I got a gift for you and we are going to unwrap it together with all my good girlfriends, homeboys, haters, pickaboo bitches, nieces and nephews on Christmas Eve, girl. Get your tickets today because the gift will be amazing. See you there.